Hey guys, it's 8-12 Gaming here. Today I wanted to take a closer look into a pure summoner build after patch 1.06 and see how far I can push. Do you think I managed to go all the way and finish level 187 expedition? Buckle up and let's jump into the video. In patch 1.06, Wolcen developers offered us a wide variety of buffs for a true summoner game style. Patch notes included increased damage, movement, attack speed, and even AI improvements. It seems that this time developers have listened to their community voice and gave some love to a game style that was left behind. Let's start with taking a closer look at our skill options. I find summoners to be pretty flexible skill-wise, as you can choose from 4 active summoning skills with almost no cooldown. That said, we will be taking advantage of duplicating skills so we could increase the volume of active summons. We're going for a pure summoner build after all. First summoning skill you can choose from is Feeding Swarm. Skill gives you access to up to 3 melee zombies. Duplicating your skill twice can lead you to having 9 melee zombies army at once. Nevertheless, while 9 sounds good, 6 is just better. After multiple runs and testing, I truly believe that you're running a pure summoner build, you really want to take Putrescine skill modifier that increases your summon's HP pretty much twice, as well as increases their damage, in return of reducing maximum amount of zombies by 1. Second summoning skill is Hunting Swarm. This skill allows you to summon zombie archers, total of 3 per skill and up to 9 if you duplicate your skills twice. In comparison to melee version, archers are squishier and I believe have a slightly better damage. Besides slightly better damage, managing your archers in the battlefield is a bit easier, as well as picking skill modifier Cataract on one of your Hunting Swarm slots, you can heavily increase your minions' attack speed. It is worth to note that speed buff applies to all your minions alive, not only the ones that are summoned using that skill only. Third skill is Livor Mortis. Livor Mortis is a poison golem tank that has over 1 million HP, can generate threat and is considerably hard to kill even in 187 level expeditions. My personal opinion about this skill is pretty negative, as this specific skill AI is really bad, and while someone can use Warcry to generate threat, its radius is very low and ineffective in most cases. I found Livor Mortis useful when I was playing Winter's Grass build and was looking to make my mage tankier. Fourth and the last skill to choose from is Parasite. The idea of this skill is very cool. You can possess an enemy to fight for you while increasing its life, attack speed and damage. Nevertheless, the deal breaker for this skill is limitation of mobs that you can actually possess. And I'm talking not only about having only one possessed mob per parasite active, but the fact that you cannot possess bunch of mobs in the game that, in my opinion, have the most potential. I've tried taking advantage of parasite with different mob types, however ended up throwing skill into the trash bin until it will be revamped. In the second part of the video, I'd like to take a closer look into passive skill tree. All 4 active skills that we've discussed previously have only 2 skill tags, Spell and Summon. There are only 13 summon and 12 spell damage related nodes in total on the whole passive skill tree. Considering that pure summoner is unable to boost its damage using ailments or any other mechanic in the game, our skill tree options are very limited. I ended up picking all summon and spell damage related nodes and invested the rest to HP, block using a weapon, and resistances. With a passive tree of 80 points, I've ended up having 132% spell damage, 16% global damage, 50% damage done by summons, 173% increased HP, and some block chance and efficiency. For those of you thinking about itemization, you should focus on flattened percentage spell damage, toughness, life, and resistances. If you really want to invest into this build, you might want to acquire Feast of Canker's unique shoulders to get some additional summon damage. I've been lucky enough and found 2 of those shoulders myself and ended up getting additional 76% damage dealt by summons. Another good way to boost your summons damage is a unique belt called the Trial. Having this belt gives you 100% chance to curse enemy with Mark of Impurity curse that increases the overall damage enemy takes. I want to end this video with some gameplay advice, final thoughts, and answering the main question: whether a pure summoner is capable of conquering level 187 expedition. My active skill choice ended up being triple Hunting Swarm, double Feeding Swarm, and Anomaly. Anomaly is a huge quality of life and, in fact, a huge damage boost choice since both melee and archers are doing AoE damage. It is important to note that 1 out of 3 Hunting Swarm skills have Cataract skill modifier to increase active summons attack speed. Talking about build pros, I should say that the build is relatively safe and chill to play. All you do is just run around, group the enemies, and your summons will do the job. On the con side, the build is pretty slow and very clunky due to someone's AI and really weird hitbox models in the game. In many cases you will find some of your summons AFKing and not being part of the fight. Someone's focus fire does not work and they tend to fight whichever mobs are the closest to them. That is very frustrating when fighting summoner mobs since you cannot focus fire the summoner itself. Using movement skill, for example Aether Jump, might leave your summons frozen somewhere behind until you regenerate big enough distance for minions to teleport next to you. While filming this video, I challenged myself only with 1 attempt to conquer level 187 expedition. Ironically, I managed to finish the run with 2 deaths, however the whole run took almost 20 minutes, final boss fight lasted almost 7, and the boss bugged out and spent around 2/3 of the fight in permanent stun. To sum up, I think that summoners have a great potential in this game, however, they really need a drastic AI upgrade and some better tools, both passive skill tree and itemization wise, to optimize the performance. This is it for the day. Hope you found this video useful. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel for weekly videos, and let me know in the comments section what build you're currently playing. Bye bye and see you next time!